This is Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi, and welcome to an initial performance review for the reigning MVP of the NBA. And you can see it back here. We're looking at the Zoom Greek Freak 1. Alright, so starting off, I have about 4 to 5 hours of play into this. I've worn about 3 times, so not an open box initial look. I have played a little bit. I do want to save the comparisons and more of the detailed review for once I put all my time into it. I do try to get about 15 to 20 hours of play, and I usually try to play on 5 or 6 different courts. That being said, I do have some kind of clear things that I know are doing well, and hopefully this can help you out as far as what you're looking to buy and if this is going to be the shoe for you. So as always, let's start with the fit. If you have worn a Kobe, you're good to go. Whatever size you wear in your Kobe's, this is going to fit really similar, and that's a high compliment. The flip side, if you haven't worn a Kobe, I would almost say get a Kobe over these. And that's almost any Kobe, probably 95% of any Kobe that has come out. I don't want to disparage this performance as far as for this sneaker, but as far as sizing wise, whatever you wear in your natural Kobe size, you're going to be able to enjoy in this. That's probably the best feature on this shoe. The fit is actually really nice. I didn't even read Nightwing or watch his review. I try not to watch too many reviews on these, but even he was saying if you like a 1-to-1 fit, and that's pretty much what you're getting here. As a wide footer, my typical Kobe wear size is a 13, and these fit just right. It's a 13. Now that being said, it gives me a little bit of space up front. I have enough width as far as having a wide foot. If you notice, the material is really soft, so even if you have a wide midfoot, you're going to be okay. This little plastic piece or rubber is super malleable, so even if you have a wide toe box, I think you're going to be okay. Now again, my natural size is more of a 12 wide or 12 and a half. So going up 13 is technically going up a half size. So for your wide footers, maybe doing that, but honestly, just get your Kobe size, you're going to be fine. Going down to the support, this is one of the things on this shoe where as a budget model, Nike kind of skips a few things. There is no shank plate in this shoe, so it's really just the foam that you're seeing here, cupped on the lateral side, and you have a little bit of rubber coming up. Obviously, you have a little bit of structural rigidity for the heel that actually acts as an external heel contra as well as an internal heel cup. But support-wise, because there's no shank plate, you can do that, which you shouldn't be able to overextend your foot, as well as you can twist this shoe quite a bit abnormally. Now, having only played in it, like I said, 4 or 5 hours, I haven't noticed too much of an issue, but that could potentially cause some issues, which can flare up maybe your plantar fasciitis if you've had dealt with that in the past, and possibly cause issues. So that is something that maybe they could have put a shank plate in. Sneaker Highway 23, if you follow him on Instagram, did show an image where it looked like in this clear sole like there was a black kind of cutout where on his personal pair for Giannis, he possibly does have one. Now that's not too rare to have a player edition have a few more features than the general release, but that being said, the fit on this is really nice. The tongue is actually a very nice plush tongue, so you have no lace pressure. You can torque these down, and I actually want you guys to notice the gap between the heel and the first hole right here. It's that much. There's not much in there. I'm trying to, not even my ear. It's really small, and right when I initially saw these, I thought I'll probably only have to go to the second hole. I went all the way up, and the lockdown is beautiful. Really pulls you in. Now, I know we're talking a little bit about fit here, but with that heel cup, you feel secure. With that lockdown, you feel secure. And then with the materials they've used here with these kind of straps, which has been used on multiple Kobe models and Kyrie models where you kind of have those 4-foot loops. I know the meaning behind it, watching Geronman, was he has 4 brothers, so that's these 4. Whatever, man. This is just locking you in the 4-foot. It works. It does great. So the support as far as right now has been pretty good. Now, if you've had ankle injuries, if you have knee injuries, and you need a shoe with more support, this is not going to be in it. And in fact, this is a low top. A lot of the players out there who have potentially had those issues probably won't be looking at this shoe anyway. Down to the cushion. Now, this is the part I was mostly excited about just because each signature shoe has something special. Kyrie has the turbo, Zoom Turbo in it, which is really cool. The KD line had, you know, Viz Zoom Turbo. They've had, not Viz Zoom Turbo, they're full length Zoom, which is replacing the Strobel plate. They have Zoom Max in the LeBron. There's always something unique. Kobe had the Lunar and the drop-in models. So I was excited to see, okay, what are they going to do for Giannis? And honestly, nothing. I'll have more comparisons later, but in Nike's lineup, they always try to have something with heel zoom and kind of a more court-based feel in the forefoot. Now, that has been the Kyrie line, but with the Kyrie 5, obviously he's had some surgeries. They have that Zoom Turbo in the forefoot, so that was gone. The Kobe line has generally had Lunar in the forefoot and Zoom in the heel, and the most recent model, the AD Exodus, which is obviously a year old now, had an injected Phylon that actually had a nice bounce to it. The Kyrie 4 last year had Cushlon, which was firm, but did a really good job for impact protection. And your Adapt BB uses, I guess, a version of Cushlon, which is still decently plush, which I enjoyed. So I thought this would use maybe a Cushlon, which is something we don't have. Maybe it would use the injected Phylon, which reports are saying it is, but I'll have the full review later. I'm comparing all the shoes, but this is one of the least cushioned shoes Nike has done in a while. If you're following me on Instagram, just Sneaker Gears, this plays really close to the Kyrie 3. Maybe a little bit better impact protection, but not much. And if you are looking for a court feel based option for a basketball shoe, I would say this is not up there with some of the best in the market, but I can tell you, because it has such a nice fit, and if you are staying with Nike, it's not a bad option either. But I wish there was more done for the cushion. It is very uninspiring, and again, it's been 4 hours, and I've worn it casually for about 3 hours. Just to give you guys a quick interlude, and this video, I guess, is sponsored by Sneaker Gears Velocity insoles. Our insoles are patent pending officially, and they do fit amazing into here. So that's kind of cheating. I wore these inside of here for about half an hour of play, and one, I'm pleasantly surprised that they fit just right. These new versions, so our second production round, are about a little over 1 millimeter thinner, which makes a big difference. I also wore these casually just because you get a lot of bounce. So having these in there, one, made a huge difference to the cushion, which totally changes the shoe. And obviously I don't want to cheat, so I am taking these out for the review. But if you are looking to get the Velocity insoles and put them in kind of a court feel based shoe, this does give you a nice option to have something that maybe plays quicker for your games, but you're going to throw these in there for your training day so you don't wear out your legs as you put a lot of hours in. So this is kind of nice to keep in the bag and throw in as you need that max cushion, and when you don't need it, take it out and enjoy the shoe if you are looking for something more minimal. Back to the review. Hopefully that helps you guys with the cushion. I'll have more comparisons for the full review, but let's get on to the traction. The traction on this guy is okay. I wish I could say it was great. Now you can see it's dirty here because I did play outdoor and it's summertime, so I don't usually do it for most shoes. I had played, obviously, like I said, multiple times indoor, and it has been good. It reminds me of the KD12. So if you own the KD12, I think you're going to be just fine. And this is kind of a counterpart where you have something with a lot of cushion and something with a minimal cushion. If you haven't played in the KD12, if you read any of the reviews, the cushioning is not bad, but it's not great either. And honestly, in Nike and Jordan's lineup, this is on the weaker side of things. Your PG3 is way better traction. Your Kyrie 5, for the most part, has better traction. I say that because my first Taco version colorway was horrible, but that was that specific colorway. Your Why Nots have way better traction. Your LeBrons have way better traction. The KD12s are going to be very similar. And that being said, it's good. It's not great. I am wiping it every now and then, and I find when I wipe it, one, it's very easy. The grooves are not too tight where it gets stuck. You can see how there's a lot of open space in here, as well as once you do wipe it, I find it doesn't really make that big of a difference either. You're never quite getting a hard squeak, which isn't a measure of performance shoe, but also you're never quite getting that digging in feel where you know you can trust the shoe 100%. I've been able to enjoy it, and hopefully this breaks in more. Like I said, this is still an initial review, so the fit, I don't know if it's gonna get any better. Like I said, it feels great. The cushion, I hope gets better, so we'll find out how that goes, and the traction, I hope, improves. So there's a few things that could change. I am going to be playing on a few different more courts, so we'll see how that affects it, as well as I'm going to try not to use these, only our Velocity insoles, only because it is cheating. This is giving it a lot of cushion, and it works really well with it, but that's not fair to the shoe. If you're looking to buy this shoe, and maybe you are looking for something with court feel, that's going to be right up this alley. Now, as far as the shoes I have been comparing it to, please leave your comments below. I do want to hear what you guys think, or what you currently have, and maybe I can compare it to. But I am looking at some of the Currys, the Kyrie line, a few Kobes. Actually, I brought a couple different shoes with me, so obviously I haven't been able to use all of them just yet, but I do want to get a good feel where I'll play in those for 20-30 minutes, swap shoes, playing these for the majority of the time, and it gives me a better idea where I can speak to how they feel. So I'll have the full review, and we'll have some direct comparison videos coming up. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below. I do try to return everybody as far as answering your questions. If you are interested in getting a Velocity insole and wanted to add a max cushion setup to your shoe, this is something you can get on sneakergears.com. And if you are watching this internationally, we do have our eBay store, which you can buy from, and we do ship globally through there. As always, this is Levi Sneaker Gears. Really appreciate you guys, and I'll come at you later.